Have you ever been completely frustrated by an AI that gives you a different result every single time you ask it the same question? Yeah, you're definitely in the right place. We're about to break down the two core prompting techniques that will take your AI outputs from being a total mess to being perfectly consistent and reliable. Let's dive in. So, let's start with a problem that I know everyone listening has dealt with. You have a simple, repeatable task for an AI, but every single time you run the prompt, the output is just, well, it's different. That kind of inconsistency can absolutely destroy an automated workflow. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like maybe you ask for a product description and 1 minute you get this dense paragraph, and the next it's a bulleted list. Sometimes the price is in there, sometimes it's not. That lack of structure makes the output pretty much useless for any serious application. And this is exactly what we're talking about. Over on the left, you've got that messy, unstructured text. You can't really use that for anything automated. But on the right, that's our goal, a perfectly structured, totally predictable output every single time. So how do we get there? Well, the solution all comes down to understanding two fundamental techniques: zero-shot and few-shot prompting. Seriously, mastering the difference between these two is the absolute key to getting control over your AI's output. First up, we've got zero-shot. This is probably what you do most of the time without even thinking about it. You just give the AI a direct command, like translate this sentence into French. You're not giving it any examples, you're just counting on the fact that it's been trained on a bazillion bits of data and already knows how to do it. And then, on the other hand, there's few-shot prompting. This is where you basically become the teacher. Before you give the AI your real task, you show it 2, maybe 5 perfect examples of exactly what you want. It's a method called in-context learning, where the model learns the specific pattern you're looking for right from your examples. This analogy right here really makes the whole thing click. Zero-shot is like telling a friend, hey, go to the store, just assuming they know the way. But few-shot, that's like pulling out your phone, opening up a map, and showing them the exact route. First take this street, then hang a left here. You are guiding it to the precise result you need. So this brings us to a really important trade-off you have to make. Zero-shot is quick, it's cheap on tokens, and it lets the AI get a lot more creative. Few-shot, on the other hand, gives you way higher accuracy, strict control over the format, and just rock-solid consistency. It just takes a bit more effort to write, and yeah, it costs more in tokens. You're always balancing speed against precision. Okay, let's get into the playbook. Let's see how this all builds into a clear strategy, because knowing when to use each of these techniques is what really separates the amateurs from the pros. So, when should you stick with zero-shot? Well, think simple, common tasks that the model has seen a million times before, like summarizing an article or translating something. It's also your go-to when you need to keep costs down or when you actually want that creative, unpredictable spark for things like brainstorming ideas or writing a poem. But, and this is a big but, you absolutely need few-shot when the format is non-negotiable, like if you're generating perfect JSON for an API. It's also critical for complex tasks, for making sure the AI sticks to a specific brand voice, or really any time that consistency is your #1 priority for an automated system. Basically, if zero-shot isn't working, few-shot is your rescue plan. Okay, so how many examples do you actually need for a few-shot prompt? The answer might actually surprise you. While you can provide anywhere from 2 to 5, the magic number for most tasks is 3. Yep, 3. It's the sweet spot. It's enough to teach the model a really clear pattern, but not so many that you box it in and kill its ability to adapt. All right, theory is great, but let's see the dramatic difference this makes in practice. We're going to look at some real-world before and after scenarios that will make this whole concept crystal clear. This is a perfect example for anyone who works with structured data. On the left, a zero-shot prompt just gives us this messy block of text, totally useless for an application. But look at the right. Just by showing the model 2 simple examples of the JSON format we need, we get perfectly structured data, ready for any database, every single time. But here's the opposite mistake, and it's a common one. Sentiment analysis is a really simple task that the AI already gets. Using a few-shot prompt here, like on the left, is total overkill. I mean, sure, it works, but you're just wasting tokens and money. A simple, direct, zero-shot prompt on the right gets the exact same correct answer, but way faster and cheaper. Okay, developers, this one's for you. A zero-shot prompt might generate code that technically works, but it's not going to follow your team's specific style guides. By using a Few-shot prompt with examples that include your preferred doc strings and formatting, you can automatically enforce your team's coding standards. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so you've seen the power of both techniques. Now, how do you decide which one to use in the moment? Let's distill all of this down into a simple, actionable framework you can use right away. Here is your 4-step plan. First, clearly define your task and ask yourself, is the format absolutely critical? Second, and this is important, always test with a 0-shot prompt first. It's the fastest and cheapest option. Third, run that prompt a few times to check for consistency. If it's unreliable, and only if it's unreliable, then you move to step 4. Upgrade to a Few-shot prompt with 2 or 3 perfect examples. And as you start using this framework, please try to avoid these common traps. Don't use Few-shot for simple tasks. It's just overkill. And don't expect 0-shot to handle complex formatting. But most importantly, remember that the quality of your examples is everything. It is literally garbage in, garbage out. If your examples have mistakes, the model will faithfully copy those mistakes for you. So here's the most crucial point, the main takeaway. There is no single best method. 0-shot is not better than Few-shot or the other way around. The real skill is in analyzing your specific goal and choosing the right tool for that job. It's all about matching the technique to whether your task needs more flexibility or more precision. So, I'll leave you with this question. Think about your work right now. Which one of your AI workflows is causing you the most headaches? Because by applying this simple framework, you could probably go and fix it today. Don't just settle for inconsistent results. The key to precision is officially in your hands now.